going to turn on the record. There we go. Well, as you can see, we have a new face joining us here. We have Nicole Musicco joining us. I'm going to just give you guys a little bit of introduction. Everybody wave hi to Nicole. Give her a nice
morning.
So Nicole is a graduate of the University of Guelph in environmental geography, as well as Fanshawe College in urban and regional planning, and also Western University for public administration. And for the past 13 years, Nicole has worked for the City of London in various roles, including urban planner, business connector, municipal policy specialist, and now licensing, administration, and policy coordinator. During this time, the focus of these positions has included promoting the development of internal and external partnerships, stakeholder collaboration and working on small business development strategies, developing programs and policies that support strategic plans, small business partnerships and initiatives at a municipal level. And having worked directly with small business owners over the past several years, Nicole is eager to share the municipal processes involved in starting a new business in the City of London, which brings us to having Nicole with us today. So we are happy to have you.
Thank you.
To see your presentation today. So
excellent.
Thank you, and the floor is yours.
Okay, excellent. Can you hear me okay? Okay, right on. Okay. Can you see the presentation all right?
We see like the whole PowerPoint. It's just waiting to go to presenter view.
Okay, just taking its time. Is it still in the other mode?
If you,
is it in presentation mode?
No, it's still in like edit mode.
Oh, okay.
If you click bottom right next to like the plus minus bar, the little tab next to it on the bottom right side of your screen.
Okay, yeah.
There's a little, right next to the minus, there's a little icon.
Yeah.
Try that one.
One thing I realized with PowerPoint is that when you screen share, you have to unscreen share first, put it in present mode, and then reshare.
Okie doke.
Oh, the joys of technology.
No, sorry guys. Just give me a second here.
The wonders of technology.
Okay, is that better?
It is.
Okay, right on. Okay, thanks everyone for your patience, and thank you very much for the introduction. What I will be covering today is essentially how City Hall can help when it comes to small business assistance. So I will go through a series of information, and you're welcome to ask any questions. If you can't think of any today, you're always more than welcome to send me an email or give me a call afterwards. So the City of London has 4 primary services pertaining to businesses. So what we look to do is we zone land, which is basically your location and regulation. We license, so there are a series of city licenses that would be required depending on your type of business. We permit, so depending on if any renovations are required or you're looking to make any changes to your space, a building permit may be required. And then we also inspect. So we work alongside with our building division, we work along with the health department and the fire department to make sure that any changes made to your space are safe. Service London Business. So Service London Business is a relatively new area of the City of London. And what we've done is we have 2 staff dedicated to assisting persons wanting to explore opening a business. So what these folks will do, they're called business and zoning coordinators. They'll walk you through the last page that I just went over. They'll walk you through the zoning, the business licensing, help you determine whether or not a building permit may be required, and then explain what inspections may be required in terms of the business licensing and building permit process. So their main goal is to triage, really kind of drill down into exactly what help you will need. They'll also help to connect you with any regulatory agencies. So for example, if you have health questions or fire questions before you get started, they'll make those connections to basically help find all the right people, thoroughly explain the processes, as there can be quite a number of them depending on what you're looking to do. And just the main goal is to try to help you out a lot sooner. If there's one message that you remember from this presentation, it's to ask about the zoning of the property before signing your lease agreement. I've seen one too many times folks walk in to apply for a business license with a signed lease agreement, and for whatever use they want in that space, the zoning didn't comply. So that can be a big disappointment, and then a big financial probably hold up if that's the space that you're looking to use. So my main piece of advice is to give City Hall a call. There's our number's 311, and then the extension is 5680. That is the business hub. So those are the two business and zoning coordinators that I was speaking about before, and they will on the spot check the zoning for you, or again, you can just email them and provide the address. So I've spoken about the zoning bylaw. So simply put, it outlines exactly what uses are specific to that piece of property. So for example, if you're looking to open a bar or restaurant, you need to ensure that that piece of property allows for that use. And that's what, again, the business and zoning coordinators can help you out or help you to understand. There's also a city map, which is on our london.ca website, and you're welcome to self-serve and kind of navigate through yourself, but it's always just good to double check with the experts, with the zoning and business coordinators. We're often asked about home-based or home occupations or running a business from your home. These are permitted. However, much like anything, there are quite a number of restrictions. So one of the main questions that we're asked is food preparation. Food preparation is not permitted from a home. If you're, unfortunately, but if you're looking to start off a food-based business, you will have to rent some commercial space. There's quite a number of commercial kitchens rather around the city, and they will often let you use it for a few hours a week. You know, there's not necessarily like a big lease that you would have to sign on with them. They want to help the small businesses. But again, yeah, the food preparation from home is just something that's not permitted. Another one that's not permitted from home are retail sales. So our zoning bylaw is kind of old, and retail sales is kind of an old explanation or an old way to explain things. Most of the sales are now online. So you're allowed to do online sales from home. You're just not allowed to have anyone come to your home to pick up the products. You would have to arrange for another location outside of your home for the product to be distributed. You're allowed to use a small area of your home. And again, it's really meant for you to work out of your house. So one employee yourself, however, you can have up to 5 clients. So another example of something you could do would be hairdressing or personal service, for example. Building permits. So I won't drill too much into this, but as I mentioned before, if you're planning to renovate your space, it's always good to ask at the front end if any building permits will be required. This is probably the longest process, city process, when it comes to starting a small business. So to ask at the very front end whether or not if any changes that you're looking to make would require the building permit. And for this process, you can apply online, but again, just to email the building@london.ca just to double check and really drill down and ask exactly, or let them know exactly what you're looking to do, and they'll let you know if this permit would be required. Business licenses. So the City of London licenses approximately 20 different types of categories. Most are food related, so bars, restaurants, personal service, as I mentioned before, so tattoo, hairdressers. We also license taxis and food trucks as well, just to name a few. If you're ever unsure of whether or not a business license is required, again, businesshub@london.ca just to double check. What this will do is this will require inspections. So your business license application will be submitted. It will be run through the zoning department, which is the first stop, which is why it's always good to check with them first. And then health and fire inspections will also be booked as part of this application, which again, if you have any questions for fire, health, and or building, you're always welcome to ask those questions ahead of time, just so you know when it comes to the date of the licensing inspection that everything will go according to plan. If it doesn't, for example, let's say there was a small building deficiency or fire deficiency, they will reinspect. You don't have to necessarily reapply. They're pretty good to let you know exactly what's going on, and then we'll come through and reinspect, and you will be issued your business license. Your business license is good for 1 year, so you do have to reapply every single year. And if you have any questions about that, again, I keep mentioning it, businesshub@london.ca. So kind of already gone over this. So different types of inspections will be required under the Ontario Building Code. So any building permits that you may need to apply for, health, building, fire, will need to inspect. Any business license that you may need to apply for, same bout of inspections would be required, health, building, fire. Oftentimes, if you're applying for the building permit and the business license, they'll be able to kind of inspect at the same time, depending on the nature of your renovations. We do have a Service London business website. It was just revamped a couple of years ago. It's actually quite good. The main feature that I like about it is the frequently asked questions. I often find that a lot of new businesses starting out typically have around the same amount of questions or same types of questions. So the frequently asked questions page is actually pretty decent. It also connects you with partner organizations. So for example, if what I talked about isn't really, you don't really think that maybe the municipality can help you, maybe your business is more tech geared, there'll be connections for Tech Alliance, or if you're looking for more seminars to help you out, there's connections for the Small Business Center. If you look at the website and you absolutely don't find what you're looking for, you're always more than welcome to contact our staff, and we'll try to get you pointed in the right direction. So the main two folks that I've been speaking about this entire presentation, Mark Smith and Andreas Damati. So you'll get a copy of this presentation, but best way or method to get through to these folks right now is definitely by email. City Hall reopened on June 15th, but for very limited services. So best way to get through to any staff is by email right now. If you are interested in coming in and having a face-to-face, best again to email, and there are the business and zoning coordinators, a few of them anyways, in the office daily, but you can certainly call and make that appointment and come in, and we'll meet with you as well. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
Okay, great, thank you.
We do have a couple questions here in the
Sure
chat.
thing.
You have a couple minutes.
Of course.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. So Max, do you want to just ask your question, or do you want me to do it?
I can ask. I was wondering if all of this still applies if I wanted to do like a pop-up or like a short-term lease. Would it be the same process, or would it be something a little bit different?
Are you able to maybe give me like a type of specific business?
Like say there was a vacant store, and I
Yeah.
wanted to contact that landlord to maybe rent it out for a weekend or a week or something like that.
Right. So in that case, something called a special event permit might be required. So for example, let's say, I'm just going to give an example. If it was food-based, you would need to be licensed. But what you could possibly do, depending on what had existed in that space before, if there was an existing business license, you might be able to use theirs. So I'm not really giving you a straight answer. But it ultimately depends on what that space has been previously or is currently used for. But you're always, when you have kind of a better idea, or you can kind of narrow in your idea a little bit more, just double check with the business hub and we can let you know.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Nicole. Our next question is from Christine. Christine, do you want to just ask your question yourself?
Hi, Nicole. Nice meeting you. My name is Christine. I have a life coaching service operating in my home as a home office. I just sent over a file because I applied for a business license, but it's not London's logos on it. It's the Ontario logo, and it's good for 5 years. So do I have to have both?
Okay, so sorry, Christine, can you just repeat what kind of business it is? Like, you're working out of your home as a home office, but I just kind of missed what type of profession it is.
Yeah, it's a life coaching, more like a consulting.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. And this is a really, really good question. I'm very actually happy you asked this. So at the City of London, again, we license about 20 different types of businesses. So as I mentioned, most of them are food related, bars, restaurants, personal service establishments, auto, something more along the lines of like professional services, or what you do like life coaching, doesn't require a City of London business license. But what it does, it requires what you just mentioned, a license from Service Ontario or through the province, something called a master business license. And what that does, exactly what you've done, is that registers your business with the province, registers your business name with the province. So in your case, you do not need to come to City Hall. You do not need to apply for any city license. You've already done your due diligence and applied for the level of license that you need.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for asking.
There we go. Yeah, and if any of you are curious whether or not your business needs a municipal license as well, either ask now or you can go and check the website. There's a full list on.
I am selling dog products online. Like I'm going to be doing it online to start and then having it in stores wholesaling.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, do I already have the master's? Yeah, I got the Ontario Master's Business License. I got the business number through Service Canada.
Perfect.
And do I need a London license for that?
You do not, as long as you're not selling animals.
Okay. No, I don't plan on that.
Okay. I didn't think so, but no. If it's just like food, retail, products for dogs, animals, you do not need a city business license.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions, guys, for Nicole? No? We do have some people who are outside of London here as well, so. I know
okay.
Well, one's in China right now. One is in.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I guess no other questions, guys. Please definitely, if there is something that comes up, and it might not be now, you guys are still early stage, but as businesses change, grow, and develop, there
Absolutely.
are times where you're going to need to get in touch with the city. We have, like with my company, we have 3 different cities that we work with. We have an extraordinary relationship with them. And in fact, just by being involved with the business department in Sarnia, we get free rent for our location just from having.
Oh, wow.
So this is a good thing to have, to at least start the dialogue, know who you need to talk to.
Absolutely.
So definitely recommend. Nicole is great. We had Ethan last year, who's been amazing in the past. So everyone we've met from City of London and City Hall has been awesome. So Nicole,
absolutely. Thank you.
Time. And I will share Nicole's email. Andre will
please do.
He'll post it up on the network for everybody. So if you do have any detailed questions you want to ask privately, definitely reach out.
I was just going to say, David, so I've shared the Business Hub contact, which again is the best, but please share my information as well, phone number and email. I'm happy to directly connect with anyone that was on this presentation.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole.
Okay, you're welcome.
Before you go, everybody, if you can, turn your camera on, and we like to do.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye, Nicole. Have a great day.
Okay, bye. Okay, you guys too. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye-bye.